All right, buckle up everybody, because today we are diving deep into the world of dreams.
Dreams.
We've got a whole smorgasbord of sources here: academic papers, historical anecdotes, scientific findings, and even how different cultures view dreams.
A fascinating mix.
So we're on a mission here, folks.
Yeah.
We're going to uncover some mind-blowing facts about dreams, try to figure out how they impact our lives, and explore the scientific and cultural significance of this mysterious realm.
Exactly. Let's unravel the mysteries of the sleeping mind.
Okay, so get this. Did you know that some of history's most groundbreaking inventions and creative masterpieces were actually inspired by dreams?
It's amazing, isn't it? Those moments of inspiration that seem to come from nowhere. But maybe they're not coming from nowhere. Maybe they're coming from within.
Right. Like Elias Howe, the guy who invented the sewing machine. The needle design, he just couldn't crack it. Years he spent on it. He was stuck on just copying a regular needle, eye at the end.
And then the breakthrough came in a dream.
In a dream. He dreamt he was being forced to build a sewing machine for this savage king.
With a rather harsh deadline.
Oh, yeah. Big time. List the deadline, execution, the whole deal. Talk about pressure. So in the dream, he's about to get the chop, and he notices the warriors carrying spears. And guess what? The spears had holes near the sharp end.
Not at the end, like a regular needle.
Boom. Light bulb moment. He realizes that's where the sewing machine needle needs the hole, near the point, not the end.
A simple shift in perspective, but one that revolutionized sewing.
He wakes up at 4 a.m., rushes to his workshop, and by 9 a.m. he has a working model. Talk about a dream-fueled breakthrough. And it's not just inventors. Giuseppe Tartini, the famous violinist, said his masterpiece, the Devil's Trill Sonata, came to him in a dream. He dreamt the devil himself was playing this crazy, intricate piece right next to him.
Imagine waking up from that.
Right. Makes you wonder, what is it about dreams that unlocks this kind of creativity? It's like our minds can connect dots and explore possibilities in dreams that our waking minds just miss.
Maybe dreams give us access to parts of our minds that are usually hidden.
Maybe. It really makes you wonder what incredible ideas might be hidden in our dreams, just waiting to be discovered. And it's not just about creativity and invention. Our research also suggests that dreams might have actually played a role in our evolution.
It's a fascinating area of research, the connection between dreams, our evolution, and survival.
Exactly. So if we look at the bigger picture, we see that REM sleep, the type of sleep where we have those vivid story-like dreams, isn't just a human thing. Animals have it too: birds, reptiles, other mammals.
It's a common thread across many species.
But here's the thing. The length and complexity of REM sleep varies a lot between species. Like birds and reptiles, they have these short bursts of REM, while mammals, us included, tend to have longer dreams that are more like stories.
So the question is why? What evolutionary advantage did this more complex form of REM sleep give to mammals?
Right. And one theory that makes a lot of sense is the threat simulation theory. The idea is that dreams are like a training ground for dealing with real-life danger.
Almost like a virtual reality simulator for our ancestors.
Exactly. Imagine them facing predators, practicing escape routes, confronting scary situations, all within the safety of their dreams.
This dream training could have given them a real survival advantage, helping them prepare for the dangers of their world.
It's mind-blowing to think that something as normal as sleep could have played such a huge role in our evolution. It makes you wonder about other animals too. Like, did dinosaurs have REM sleep? Could it have helped them rule the earth for so long? So much we still don't know.
There are so many questions yet to be answered.
And while science is busy figuring all that out, different cultures around the world have developed their own unique ways of interpreting and understanding dreams.
Dreams have always held a special place in human cultures.
It's especially interesting to contrast cultures that see dreams as guides, prophecies, or even social commentaries, with the more scientific approach we often see in Western societies.
It's a reminder that there are many ways to understand the world.
Like the Savante people of Brazil, for example. They actually use dreams to make political and social decisions.
Can you imagine? Important meetings, big decisions, all guided by what people dreamt about.
And the Mapuche people of Chile, they believe in premonitory dreams, using dreams to predict what's going to happen and make choices based on those predictions.
It's a completely different way of thinking about dreams.
And then there's the Australian Aboriginals and their concept of the Alteringa, or dream time. It's like this mythical place where ancestral beings created the world.
And they believe that knowledge and wisdom are passed down through generations, through dreams.
It's incredible how differently dreams are woven into everyday life in these cultures. It makes you question how our own understanding of dreams might be influenced by the culture we live in.
It's all about perspective, isn't it?
These cultural perspectives offer such fascinating insights. But let's shift gears for a moment and dive into the science of it all. What's actually happening in our brains to create these dream worlds?
Well, one of the biggest breakthroughs in sleep research was figuring out what REM sleep actually is.
Right, because for a long time, sleep was considered this passive state.
Exactly. But Nathaniel Kleitman and his team at the University of Chicago, they were the pioneers here. By studying sleep patterns, they discovered that sleep wasn't just passive rest. It was a dynamic process with distinct stages.
They noticed that at certain points during sleep, their volunteers' eyes would dart back and forth quickly under their closed eyelids.
That's where the name rapid eye movement or REM sleep comes from.
And here's the crazy part. During REM sleep, the brain is actually as active as when we're awake.
It's buzzing with activity, firing off electrical signals, processing information, a completely different picture of sleep than what was previously believed.
So what's going on in the brain during REM sleep that makes us dream? Well, it seems like certain neurotransmitters are the key players.
Acetylcholine, dopamine, and serotonin, to name a few.
And each of these neurotransmitters seems to play a role in shaping our dream content and how we feel in our dreams. For example, acetylcholine is thought to be responsible for those vivid images and bizarre scenarios that often pop up in dreams.
And dopamine, the neurotransmitter linked to pleasure and rewards, might explain why dreams can feel so emotionally intense, even if the events of the dream make no logical sense.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting. Our research reveals this fascinating link between sleep and memory.
Sleep is essential for memory consolidation. It's the process of moving information from short-term memory to long-term storage, making those memories stick.
Robert Stickgold, Jan Bourne, and others have done some really cool experiments that show how a good night's sleep can make you better at learning and problem solving.
They found that people who were allowed to sleep after learning a new task did significantly better than those who were sleep deprived.
It's like sleep gives our brains the time and space to process and absorb new information to really make those memories stronger and more accessible.
It's like hitting the save button on those new memories.
Exactly. And this connects to the work of Jonathan Winson. He discovered that during sleep, the hippocampus, that's the part of the brain crucial for making memories, actually replays experiences. It's like it's strengthening those neural pathways linked to those memories.
It's like the brain is rehearsing those memories, making sure they're firmly imprinted.
And then there's lucid dreaming. Have you ever had that experience where you realize you're dreaming while you're still in the dream?
Lucid dreaming, it's a fascinating phenomenon.
Totally. It's like, whoa, I'm in control here. I can do anything.
Well, Stephen LaBerge, one of the pioneers in lucid dreaming research, showed that during lucid dreams, there's actually more activity in the prefrontal cortex. That's the part of the brain that's responsible for self-awareness and decision-making.
So that's why we have more control during a lucid dream, because the thinking part of our brain is more active.
Exactly. And LaBerge's research proved that people can learn to influence their dreams, perform actions within the dream, and even wake themselves up from the dream whenever they want.
So what kind of things can lucid dreaming be used for?
Imagine being able to face your nightmares and conquer them, to practice skills in a safe environment, to explore the limitless potential of your own mind. It's like having access to a virtual reality world inside your head.
I can see how lucid dreaming could be a powerful tool for personal growth and exploration.
Absolutely. And it raises a really thought-provoking question. If dreams can affect our waking lives so much, shaping our memories, our emotions, even leading to creative breakthroughs, how much control do we really have over our own minds?
Yeah, it's a question that has fascinated people for centuries. And with all the progress we're making in dream research, we're getting closer to understanding that complex connection between who we are when we're dreaming and who we are when we're awake.
It's a journey into the heart of consciousness itself.
It really makes you wonder, are there any universal themes or symbols that pop up in dreams, across all these different cultures? Or are dreams just a product of our individual experiences and backgrounds?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's tough to say for sure. Some researchers believe that certain basic emotions and anxieties, like the fear of death or the need for social connection, might show up in dreams pretty much universally.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, no matter where we're from or what we believe, we all share some basic human experiences, right?
Exactly. And those deep-seated anxieties might show up in dreams, maybe through different symbols depending on the culture.
So, like, The same fear could be expressed as, say, a monster chasing you in one culture and like a natural disaster in another.
Right. But, it's interesting to look at some concrete examples. One theme that seems to appear in dreams across many cultures is the presence of loved ones who have passed away.
I definitely had dreams about people who are no longer with us. It's weird because those dreams can be comforting and unsettling at the same time.
It really highlights how loss and grief can affect our subconscious minds. Maybe dreams are a way for us to process these emotions, to stay connected to those loved ones in a symbolic way.
It's amazing how these ancient beliefs about dreams still resonate with us today.
Mm.
Even if we don't necessarily believe in spirits or gods, you can still appreciate the deep emotional and psychological significance of these dream themes.
For sure. Okay, so let's switch gears a bit and go back to the science of memory consolidation. Remember how we were talking about how sleep helps make memories stick to move information from short-term to long-term storage?
Yeah. And researchers like Robert Stickgold and Jan Bourne, they've shown that people who get to sleep after learning something new, they actually do much better than those who don't.
Right. But now neuroscientists are trying to figure out the specific brain mechanisms involved, like what's actually happening at the cellular level during sleep that makes this memory consolidation process work.
Well, one clue seems to lie in the activity of something called uh, immediate early genes.
These genes are quickly activated in neurons when we learn something new or have a new experience.
Like a molecular alarm bell going off in your brain when you
Yeah,
learn something new.
exactly. And guess what? They're even more active while we sleep.
So it's like while we're sleeping, our brains aren't just replaying experiences, they're also cranking up this molecular machinery that's making those memories last.
It's a fascinating process. And this all ties back to the concept of synaptic plasticity, the brain's incredible ability to change and adapt based on our experiences.
So when you learn a new skill or have a new experience, the connections between neurons, they get stronger. And sleep helps to make those connections even more solid, like it's wiring those memories into our brains.
Precisely. And that's where the work of Gina Torrigiano comes in. She discovered that synapses, the tiny gaps between neurons where all the communication happens, they can actually become stronger when they're inactive for a while.
Wait, really? So you're saying not using a connection makes it stronger?
That's what her research showed. This period of inactivity, which happens during sleep, is essential for those synapses to reset and become more sensitive and responsive when they're activated again.
So it's like sleep gives our brains a chance to like fine-tune those connections, making them work better for storing memories. I mean, it really makes you appreciate the power of a good night's sleep, doesn't it?
Absolutely. But, we've been talking a lot about the science behind memory and all that. Let's not forget about the incredible power of dreams to, evoke emotions and transport us to different worlds.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, dreams can be so vivid, so emotionally intense, even if they don't logically make any sense. And one of the most interesting things about this emotional power is how dreams can tap into our deepest fears and anxieties.
Like nightmares, for example. They can be terrifying.
No kidding.
But nightmares, even though they can be so unsettling, they also offer us a glimpse into the power of the subconscious mind, how it can process and confront our fears in a way that's, well, symbolic.
So it's like our brains are running simulations of scary situations, almost like a way to help us prepare for and deal with potential dangers in real life.
Exactly. And this brings us back to the threat simulation theory, the idea that dreams serve as a kind of training ground for handling real-life threats.
It makes you wonder if nightmares, even though they're so unpleasant, might actually have an evolutionary purpose. Maybe they helped our ancestors survive in dangerous environments by keeping them alert and vigilant.
It's an intriguing theory, and you know what? There's actually research that supports it. Studies have shown that people who have more nightmares tend to be more vigilant and react faster to potential threats when they're awake.
So nightmares, as scary as they are, they might be helping us stay safe by keeping us on our toes.
That's the idea. But let's not just focus on the negative side of dream emotions. Dreams can also be incredibly positive and inspiring, filled with joy, love, and feelings of accomplishment.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've had dreams that have left me feeling happy and energized for days.
Right. And those positive dream experiences, they can have a big impact on our waking lives too. They can lift our mood, boost our creativity, and even inspire us to take action towards our goals.
It's like dreams can give us a glimpse of our own potential, show us what's possible when we tap into our inner strengths and creativity.
Exactly. And this highlights the amazing power of dreams to shape not just our memories and emotions, but also our sense of self and our hopes for the future.
It's really all coming together. The science, the culture, the personal experiences, it all points to just how crucial dreams are in our lives. But we're not done yet, right? There's still more to uncover. What other fascinating things are waiting for us in the world of dreams?
Well, we've explored the evolutionary, cultural, and neuroscientific angles, but there's another really important dimension to consider: how dreams shape our sense of self and how we understand the world around us.
Are you saying dreams make us question what's real and what's not?
I mean, just think about it. In dreams, we experience a world that feels completely real, right? Even if it's full of scenarios that would never happen in real life and things that just wouldn't make any sense in our waking world. And sometimes those emotions we feel in our dreams, they kind of linger even after we wake up.
Oh, for sure. I've definitely had those dreams that stick with you for days, even weeks sometimes, and they've definitely affected my mood and even how I interact with the world.
Right. And this kind of blurring of the lines between our dreaming and waking selves, it raises some pretty deep questions about consciousness and what we even consider real.
It's like dreams give us this peek into another dimension of existence, one that doesn't follow the rules and limitations of the world we experience when we're awake.
And this idea connects to the concept of primary consciousness, a term coined by neuroscientist Gerald Edelman. He suggested that primary consciousness is a state of awareness that's present in a lot of animals, not just humans, a basic form of subjective experience that's driven by our senses and emotions.
So you're saying that any animal that can feel and experience things is, in some way, conscious.
That was Edelman's idea. He believed that dreams, in their raw, unfiltered form, could be a window into this primal level of consciousness, a world of pure experience and intense emotion.
So, like when you wake up from a dream feeling totally overwhelmed by emotions, even though the dream itself was totally nonsensical.
Exactly. Edelman believed that was primary consciousness at work, that raw, unfiltered experience.
It's incredible to think that we might actually share this fundamental level of consciousness with other animals, even if their experiences are completely different from our own.
And this brings us to another captivating aspect of dreaming: how dreams contribute to our sense of self.
Okay, so how do dreams help us figure out who we are?
Well, remember how we talked about the hippocampus replaying our experiences during sleep to strengthen those memories? Well, the idea is that this replay process also plays a role in developing our self-identity.
So as we sleep, our brains aren't just storing memories, they're also weaving those memories into a story that shapes how we see ourselves and our place in the world.
Exactly. This constant process of combining memories and creating a narrative, it could explain why our dreams often reflect our own personal worries, our anxieties, even our aspirations.
It's almost like our dreams are holding up a mirror, reflecting back at us the things that are most important to us, even if we're not consciously thinking about them when we're awake.
Exactly. And by paying attention to our dreams, maybe by keeping a dream journal, we might be able to uncover some valuable insights into our subconscious motivations, our fears, and even our desires.
It's like having our own personal therapist living inside our heads.
Now let's explore another exciting area of dream research: how dreams can potentially be used for therapy and healing.
You mean like, how could we use dreams to help people grow and overcome challenges?
Exactly. One promising area of research is using lucid dreaming to help people overcome nightmares. Remember, lucid dreamers can learn to control what happens in their dreams.
Oh, right. So they can basically rewrite the script of their nightmares.
Precisely. And this can be incredibly empowering for people who suffer from recurring nightmares. Imagine being able to confront your fear head on in the dream, turn that nightmare into something positive, or even just make it disappear completely.
That would be life-changing.
Absolutely. And lucid dreaming, it has the potential to go beyond just dealing with nightmares.
Ah.
It could be used for all sorts of therapeutic purposes, like practicing skills, overcoming creative blocks, even working through past traumas in a safe, controlled environment.
It really is like having a virtual reality therapy session inside your own mind.
And as research on lucid dreaming continues, we might unlock even more powerful techniques for healing and personal growth. But while lucid dreaming might seem really amazing, and maybe even a bit like science fiction, it's important to remember that even regular dreams, the ones we have every night, they offer a wealth of information about ourselves.
So we should all be paying more attention to our dreams.
Definitely. And that's where keeping a dream journal can be so helpful. By simply writing down our dreams, we start to notice patterns, recurring themes, and symbols that might reveal things about our personalities, about what's going on in our subconscious that we're not even aware of.
It's like tapping into a hidden well of wisdom within ourselves.
And that brings us full circle back to the profound mystery and power of dreams. Science is helping us understand the mechanics of dreaming, the biology, the psychology, but there's still so much that we don't know.
And that's what makes dreams so fascinating, right? They give us a glimpse into this realm beyond the limits of our waking minds, a world of infinite possibilities.
So, as we wrap up our deep dive into the world of dreams, I encourage you to pay attention to your dreams, keep a dream journal, and explore that vast and mysterious world within your own mind. Who knows what incredible insights, creative breakthroughs, or even life-changing transformations might be waiting for you in the realm of dreams.
Sweet dreams, dream explorers. And until our next deep dive, keep exploring the wonders of your own mind.